What's going on out there, guys? Huh. So we're back with one, and yeah, this is not really sure what to call this one. I guess we'll call it a bitches, moans, and gripes video. Sorry, but yeah, because that's what it really feels like. It feels like a bitch, moan, and gripe. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Back in the day, I used to have a squad leader. You know, he'd always gather us up around at the end of the day. All right. Anyone got any bitches, moans, and gripes? Get them out of here in the dirt right now, otherwise I don't want to hear it. Which, basically, if you're not used to being talked to like that, that's just Army speak for, hey, if you got any complaints, I need to hear them now. That way I can get them taken care of by tomorrow. You know. And, so yeah, I saw something. You know, I wrestled my Jimmies here a little bit. You know, people like to say, oh, you know, gator skin, thick skin, this, that. And, you know, it's good to have that. It really is. Like, I got gator skin. I'm not really triggered or anything. It just kind of got me thinking. You know, I wrestled my Jimmies a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It did. But, you know, it's just this video of this dude, this guy who claims to be a Russian. He's got a fucking mullet that would make Jaromir Jagr kind of jealous. You know, dude's got some flow going for sure, for his hair. But he's talking about this video that they started playing in Germany, I guess, where basically it's showing like these German army people just come in and they like kind of ransack this house and take everything, and then they put a picture of Zelensky up, you know, and the whole video is just basically Heil Zelensky, you know, calling him a Nazi and shit, which is kind of funny. But yeah, no, this guy, he's just sitting there dissecting the video. And when it gets to the part where it gets to how many, like, dollars or euros? I think it's euros or something. I don't know. But basically there's like 22 billion in whatever Germany's currency is. I think it's euros. You know, and this guy just kind of hand waves it away. You know, like, oh, you know what the average German person would say to that? Oh, so what? And then he, like, puts up these GDP numbers from 2021, you know, from 2 years ago, you know, and like the dude doesn't even live there in Germany, and he's just sitting there going, oh yeah, so what if they spent this much money? So like, big deal, right? You know, and it's like, yeah, dude, for real. Like, when you start putting that many zeros at the end of the number, what the fuck does it mean, right? You know, what's another fucking 22 billion? And it's funny, because I see these fuckers do this shit all the time with this, where they'll just hand wave the shit away. And even in Paul's Discord. Oh yeah, they're even there too. Like, they're funny as fuck in there. There's one kid, he fucking goes over there, and he basically proves that apparently Ukraine, the amount of money that the United States has sent over there is, I believe, 76 billion so far right now. Right. So we've sent over $76 billion from the United States alone over to Ukraine in the last year and a half, 2 years. And this guy puts up NASA's budget. Now, NASA, these are people that are in charge of sending people into space, right? And the people who are charged with sending people into space only have 26 billion for the entirety of 2023 for their budget. Like, Ukraine has spent NASA's budget 3 times already. If we look at it and we estimate it and we round the numbers off, 750 billion. Well, not 750 billion. It's like 750 billion. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm adding too many zeros. But hey, when you add that many zeros to the number, like, what's the fucking point, right? Fucking please. And it's like, dude, are you for real? Like, how the fuck do you know that's what the fucking German people would fucking say? Like, for real, how do you know? Like, did you go out on the street that day and ask? Like, or are you just fucking assuming, like always? Leading on what your perception of fucking reality is. Because I'll be honest with you, the perception of reality for Ukraine isn't good right now. And it just bugs the fuck out of me. Because these people, they want this victory to be won, but they don't want to do the hard work or the sacrifice that it takes to actually win the victory that they claim that they want. It's fucking annoying as shit now at this point. Because we're having people out there, saying, "Oh, we need to start sending more." Why? Why? Give me one good fucking reason as to why. I've yet to hear it. All I keep hearing is this stuff about, oh, Ukraine's a democracy and this and that. Like, no, they're not. No, they're fucking not. Don't give me that bullshit. Like, don't you dare start with that. I mean, shit, look at what they've done with 3 times of NASA's budget right now. What do we got? We got a stalled fucking attack there in the south being bogged down by General Mud again, and Ukraine's on a fucking manhunt for a goddamn YouTuber that's trying to seek asylum in Chile. Who didn't even supposedly didn't show any military positions or anything like that. He was just doing videos in his apartment building. That doesn't sound very democratic. That sounds a lot like a situation where a kid in North Korea decided to go and try and steal a propaganda pamphlet and they jailed him. The only difference is that this kid knows that he can get the fuck out of there. And he is. He's running from him right now. But like all the excuses and such that I've heard for Ukraine, like I've yet to hear a legitimate one. It's all based on emotional knee-jerk reactions and hearsay for the most part. And they're not even willing to try and win this victory themselves. And that's kind of one of the other things that bugs the ever-loving shit out of me with these people. And it's like you have me, old guy, back in the day. I knew what I was fucking for, And you know what the fuck I did? I went and I fucking put my money where my mouth is. Rose my right hand and I fucking put my life on the line for what I believed in. But what the fuck are these guys out here doing? No, they're saying, no, you send the money. You send the bodies. You. Not me. Nah, these fucking YouTubers and reactionaries and shit, they don't care. If they cared, they'd be sitting there instead of behind a microphone and a camera bitching about the lack of support that Ukraine's starting to face right now. They'd be picking up an AK and slinging lead at the Ruskies right now. And they'd be filming that. And there's a few people that are doing that. A few. But, no, a majority of these people, they don't do that. They want you to go out there and do it for them. And it's annoying as fuck. But yeah, I don't know. It's just odd to me, I guess. Maybe it's because I actually went out there and did it and all that, and I see these people. They don't really want to lift a finger to, actually win the victory that they want. Get the victory that they want, and that's like I keep saying, that's like one of the biggest and most annoying parts about it. Is they'll sit there, they'll piss moan about, oh, we gotta get victory in Ukraine, gotta get victory in Ukraine. Well, then go out there and fucking win it, you son of a bitch. Like, you're sitting here pissing and moaning about victory in Ukraine. Go out there and win that victory, damn it. Like, do something about it, because, like, dude, you fucking sitting here screaming at me to give money to your PayPal so these motherfuckers can go and rent another pickup truck that's eventually going to get blown up by Russian artillery in a week. Nah, I ain't going to do that, man. It's and it's funny too, because like there's a phrase that I kind of always like, especially when I was in the Army, when I heard it. It was fuck prayers, send ammo, right? Where and it's not really trying to dog on any of the religious people out there or anything, but it's just basically a thing of like, look, if you really want what you say, let me see it. I mean, we need ammo. Like, you want to help? That's the best way to do it. Give us ammo. Don't just sit here say, oh, my thoughts are with you and this and that and everything else. It's like when you're talking about, motherfuckers getting their legs blown off and shit, those thoughts and prayers and shit, they only go so far. Like, you can sit there and you can pray and pray and pray, that you won't bleed out when you've just stepped on a landmine and you have an amputation below the knee and you're bleeding out. I mean, yeah, you could pray that it just magically heals, or you can get into action and put a tourniquet on that fucking thigh of yours and attempt to stop the bleeding. What's a more practical solution in that case? Like, let's be real here. But these are situations and solutions that they don't think about. They just do this, and we all know why they do this. They do this to make themselves feel better. At the end of the day, they do this so that way they don't have to feel as bad about themselves when they have to see this on the news every so often. And it's funny because now we have like things in military.com with opinion pieces starting to actually float the ideas of a peacetime draft. Like, and I just look at that and I laugh. I'm like, oh man, here we go. Also kind of makes me glad I already went and did my time in this, because I don't really have to worry about that. I mean, I'll probably have to do it in some limited capacity, but you're not getting my happy ass off the home front. But yeah, like these kids and whatnot, it's just annoying. Like, it really is. They'll sit there just piss and moan and whatnot. And yeah, maybe this is just old man yells at cloud or whatnot, but at the end of the day, like, that might be true, but what also is true is I don't have to sit there and worry or think about did I fight for what I believe in, because I know I did. I went and I tried to win that victory that I wanted. And I think parts of it I kind of did. And part of that is because, at least with our platoon, we got all our guys back alive. You take the victories where you can. I mean, it's not like we didn't lose guys or anything, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But These kids, they don't know. And it's going to be a rude awakening for them. I think my buddy Ozzy's telling me to shut up. And I think he's right, because I've just been sitting here rambling for a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it off there, because otherwise I'm gonna just keep going and going and going. But you know, it's funny hearing him talk. You know, but hey, we'll see what happens. You know, who knows? Maybe they'll prove me wrong. I'd love for that to happen. You know, I would love for nothing more than to be proven wrong on this subject, and you know, the entirety of them like actually put their money where their mouth is and tell me to go eat shit, old man. I would love for that to happen, but you know, I also have to live in reality. So, anywho, thanks for listening to this. If you got it this far, thanks for sticking around, and yeah, I'll try and make it a little bit more entertaining next time. So, thanks. I'll see you guys later.